Facebook stock, FB ticker symbol at the moment, beginning from 1st December. This is going to be MVRS, I believe. But let's have a look at the technicals. All right. So Meta Platforms, that's what it's called officially now. So on Friday, it was up at 3.2%, gave it some back and closed 1.5% positive for Friday. If I switch to a yearly chart, 1 day, 1 year chart of the stock, all-time highs 384, and last time when we covered this name, we were talking about this downtrend, and I was referring that until this gets above, it's still in a downtrend. So stock got above that trend line and now sitting at the resistance of this 345, I believe, 345 resistance. Above that we have a 360 resistance, and then above that we have a little bit of a resistance here at 375, 385. So these are the all-time highs. Also, if I bring up the moving averages on Friday, it rejected exactly at that 50-day moving average resistance. Basically, whenever stocks are trading below their moving averages, those moving averages can act as a resistance, and commonly used is a 50-day simple moving average, and that's the yellow line on my screen. It rejected exactly that point on Friday. And if you look at it when stock was uptrending, anytime stock is uptrending and it tests it from above, it usually acts as a support. So, and it slipped below right here 2 months ago, and for the first time after slipping below, we tested that level. So if the momentum is strong, it can get back above it, but let's see what happens next week. But for now, let's see other stuff. On a daily chart, we want to take a look at the MACD, what's going on. So if we take a look at that, we see that momentum is picking up, but the both signal line and MACD line below zero line. So we have to hold on and wait for the uptrend to confirm. It needs to get above 50-day for me personally to consider that, okay, this is a reversal. We're going higher from here. So also, I want to take a look at the option activity, but before that, let's take a look at different time frames. On a weekly chart, this is a weekly chart of the stock. I was anticipating it maybe head towards 300, but we didn't see that. We saw pretty much 5-6 trading weeks of a negative close, and now these past 2 weeks, it did bounce with a decent volume. So I really like that. Let's see if we can keep going like that. Also, it can just hold like it does usually when after going this much, it can just move sideways for a couple weeks. So that could be the case too. And also, if stock, let me switch back to a daily. If stock does reverse from here, if it pulls back, I will be watching this trend line as a support now, and also we have a support at 325. So that's the levels to the downside. What about the monthly chart? How does that looking like? So on a monthly chart, you can see year to date stock is a lot high, still positive, and we had this 2 months of a sell-in, and now November just started. So let's see how November is going to close, and then from there we can talk about maybe the stock possibly reaching its all-time highs by the end of the year, or maybe getting above that level. So for that, I usually look at the option activity to see if some people are making buying those kind of contracts, saying that, okay, this potentially might hit all-time highs by the end of the year or next year. Volume today was 742,000 calls, 236,000 puts. So 3 times more call volume traded on Friday. And if we filter out the biggest orders that were traded for Facebook, there are a lot of calls. And I'm not sure if these, like, if you look at the condition of these contracts, almost 99% of them are spreads. And that's very, very institutional trades. And it looks like people are making, playing a lot of debit spread, I guess, if it's a bullish bet. And the amount of contracts are very, very big. We know that Facebook, FANG stocks are like that. They have a lot of volume, and there is a lot of premium selling goes into it, and there's a lot of complicated strategies that fund managers do. So I'm seeing a lot of calls. 330, 310, 360 for December, next year 360, March 350, and then also this months is of 350, 345, 500 even for April, 370 for November. So both short-term, long-term, looks like there were a lot of bullish bets that came in. So clearly on Friday, option market was bullish. So that's all I have for Facebook, and I will see you guys in the next update. Take care. Peace.